Oh, it's working. Good. Where's that damn box I had? Oops. That's how I set up my studio. There. That good? You gotta move that down. That's good enough. I gotta get ready for tomorrow anyway. What's in this box? Suppose we're gonna have to have a wheat sale here soon. Yeah. Alrighty. I'll work on these. Let me blow my nose real quick. There. What do you do when you get too much stuff? What do you think? Oh. Anybody home? No, nobody's home. Well, it's late night. Can't sleep. You may as well just do something instead. What do we got here? This is a... Oh. Give me that. All right, give me this and that. What do we got here? It's a proof. I'm not ready. I've got nothing to work with. Well, here's something. All right, what do we got? What do we got? It's a Mount Rushmore proof dollar. Liz Lookin. I was just heading to bed. Not a chance. Paula says, gotta get up and entertain Lincoln. Okay. Well, there's a proof Mount Rushmore dollar. I can't read that. Let's get in. What's it say on there? Sold by? No, golden. Golden anniversary, which is what, 75? Mount Rushmore National Memorial. What's a golden anniversary? 50? I think 75 is diamond. Well, no matter. I'll probably get rid of that tomorrow night. Somebody will have a grab at it. 1997S. Coin Dragon says, I was mucking around watching videos of RC quadcopters. I was watching MASH. Yeah. Let's see what it looks like without the case cover. 50. Oh, wow. Let's get that case off and see how it looks. If that had ever sharpened, that'd be pretty awesome. Hello. Tap, tap, tap. Does that do anything for me? Not a darn thing. Getting this camera to focus is a bear. Got a little bit of milkiness down here about 4 o'clock. So just a little touch. Otherwise, it's pretty sharp. What's up, Malvado? Now, Malvado does art coins. Kind of neat. I'm not into the toners. Malvado does it intentionally. It's a pretty interesting look. Real vibrant colors. But you got to start with beautiful coins. There we go. That's probably about as good as I'm going to get with the lighting as it is right now. Okay. I give up on this camera. You can't beat them. It doesn't work. There's Harmon Mahal. Good to see you. That's a new name. MASH had a winning combination. Surgery and martinis. Really, it's hard to beat that. Geez, I worked at a place they'd buy me martinis while I waited tables. We'd like a bottle of Dom Perignon and get yourself a martini. And a spare glass for the Dom. Okay. Who was I to say no? There we go. We'll make a little hole over here. Yeah. Let's lift that up. Let's see, because I got a bunch of stuff we just got to pour through. What's this one? I don't know where this came from. These things show up. Hi, thanks. I can't say no to Paula. All right, give me a card. That's not a card. That's like a piece of a card. All my cards have coins on them. Here's a. All right. It's a 71S. I'm gonna have to get this in. Yeah, okay. There's a 71S. Silver. Let me put my finger right there and we can have a look at the side. They made these in silver way back in the day. So originally this would have been packed in a blue package, a paper blue package. I don't know what it's doing out of the package. I don't know how to make this camera focus either. This is just going to be the end of me. I'm going to straighten it flat and try out here. Let's see what we can do with this. Doink. Yeah, it's a little better. Okay, let's try it under the scope. See what we can see. Now, 71S, you got a couple of, but it's plugged in. All right, I'm not ready. I had the hard drive I had to plug in earlier. That's not it. Just a minute, just a minute. Scope, video capture device. Now, deactivate and activate. There. And there's Ike's ear. Okay, there's Ike. Okay, 71S. Ta-da! Now you got two dive varieties that jump out. Well, that's actually several if you get into the friendly or unfriendly eagle. But the ones that stands out for me have to do with the R, right? You got a couple of peg legs on here, but there's not on the 71S. The peg leg R's don't really command much of a premium because they're a lot more common. But you'll get them. There you go. And then what you're looking for in the peg leg. I had picked one up, a 74D, earlier this week, thinking, score! No, it was stock photo. Damn it. Okay, I got skunked on that one. But it ends up, the R, the little leg in the back, does not have these extensive serifs. You'll see these on, the little points that stick out, like on the B, or the little, just those little blinks, whatever you want to call them. It's a serif. And you would not have them on a peg leg because, it's just a peg. Now, let's try to keep up with what people are saying. Frankenmater. You say Frankenmater, I say Frankenmater. Let's go to the scope. Hello, Paula Bloom. I was going to bed and Ken said this was your idea. Yeah, this is Lincoln Central's idea. Lincoln's got a lot of good ideas. He picked up a couple of these cases, right? Back in the day, they used to have slides. They'd take a picture of something and they'd print it on a transparent slide. You put it in a slide projector, shines a light on it onto the wall, and you get, you get a big slideshow. It's great. Well, he picked up a couple of these boxes that hold slides, and man, he swears by the darn things. Problem is they don't make the darn things anymore because they don't make slides anymore. All right, so we got to talking, and this is the idea that came out of that. What you got here is a prototype. Now, they got these slides, and they're exactly 2 by 2, just like these babies, except instead of a coin, it's a transparent image of Mount Rushmore or whatever you got. But they effectively slide right in. Your little holders slide into these slide case holder thingy, and they got handles and they're steel, but they don't make the darn things anymore because nobody's used slides since 1974, since Lou Grant was on Monday nights. There's an oldie, but the idea sound now, the one he's got, what is that, 15 inches wide, holds 180 different coins. It's this big. I swear to, it's huge. Several rows. Well, I had CJ print one up because we got to try this, right? They don't make these things anymore. And we got to bring them back to life, because this is probably the handiest thing out there. They're similar to the slab boxes. Give me a slab box. What's in this? There we go. Here's a slab box. Okay, PCGS, they make them. They're getting rid of these, by the way. They're going to cardboard, of all things. All right. And you'll see the slabs go into the slab box, just like these guys go into the little cradles here. If I can get that in there. I have no grace. I have none. There it is. All right, same idea, right? You got ribs and space for your holder, and it keeps your coins upright, vertical, stationary. The lid keeps them from, can you hear that? There's no room. They're snug. Okay, so I did a whole lot of, Lincoln had me up here measuring for 3 days. Jesus. 16 by 9. Okay, 8.5 by 11. That's like 2 sheets of paper side by side, just about. Okay, we came up with, see, look at, they're snug as a bug in a rug. Patent. I did the math, and I don't see enough of these selling to warrant, to justify the cost of a patent. You're looking at 12 to 15,000 bucks to patent the darn thing. So now it's just a race to get it to market. Okay, and we call it Professor Peavy's coin holder. Pretty slick. Now, there have been some changes since. These little ribs, we've increased the thickness of them, because if you got a lot of heavy coins in here, dollars, eagles, or whatnot, and you thump it real hard, well, is there enough momentum that it would take these and effectively telescope them? And we don't want to snap these beasties off, so we're making those a little bit thicker, and we're making the space between them a little bit thinner to get less wobble. And part of the idea here is that in your regular box, here's one, they got these on the market. You know, they're $2, $2.50 bucks. Your coins are loose, they're floating around. Whitman has some plastic ones, right? And they're plastic, much like this, but they got one divider here and one divider there, and it's more for support than anything else. Meantime, your coins they're flying all over, they're rubbing against each other. Okay, so remember, the back of one coin is the front of the next. All right, what happens if those staples are different or sticking out or bulging? Some people, they flatten them, but some people, they don't flatten them, and those staples, if you can see that, will stick right out. And I've shown it before that if I rub this, right, look at this, the staples, they didn't come through, they're just sticking out, it's like pins. If I rub that on the coin behind it, what's going to happen? I'm going to scrape the hell out of that coin. Geez, you got some decent coins, it's a darn shame to have them stored poorly. One good shake, you screw something up, it's the one behind it. These go in and don't move. They don't go up, they don't go back, they don't go down, they don't slide, they don't go forward. They are immobile in 3 dimensions. Okay, and there's enough space in between them. So I can see. Trouble is the eyesight. There you go. There's enough space in between them that one is not going to rub against the next. Okay, there's a little bit of play, but this is again the reason why we increase the thickness of the rib. But you check that all day, it ain't going nowhere. Okay, look, can you hear it? Where's the this has one, got a microphone on it. Tom Zero, cardboard caca. Get away from the cardboard flips, because there's no room for staples in my life. All right, these are 5 cents a piece, 4 cents a piece, right? We're shipping and all, the probably costing you 6 cents a piece. You want to take a picture of this coin, you got to take it out. You can't, it's hard to take a picture through the Mylar. What is this? Hello, wake up. It's a die chip. What kind of die chip? Let's have a look. Home, scope. Let's put that under the scope. I'm thinking maybe it's on the L. Maybe it's on the R. We will never know with the glare. Ah, the hell. eBay has them called guardhouse boxes. That's great, but they're not ribbed. They're not ribbed. They're similar in that they're plastic, but it's effectively a 2x2x9 box in plastic. That's it. Add the ribs, add the snugness, and then, you know, give me something this big. Size of a sheet of paper, because this is a cute size. Where are you here? This is a cute little size. If you want to ship a bunch of things, oh, dude, they're wonderful. Okay, 2x2x9. Yeah, you can fit a bunch of stuff in there, right? But if you're serious, that little 2x2x9 box you're going to fill up so quick. Forget it, man. I need something that's going to hold this. I got 6 of these. I got a bunch of those. There you go. I mean, just the desk is covered back here. I need more volume than what a little 2x2 box is going to do. Otherwise, I'm going to have 1,000 of the darn things. Now, the 2x2 boxes, they're standard. They've been around for decades, right? They're cardboard. They're just not that tough. Also, if I want to have a lot of them, I got to stack them up. Wait for it. Okay, so I'm going to stack up a pile of these. What's going to happen if I got 2x2 on top of a 2x2? I'm not really dimensionally stable here. At some point it's going over. Okay, do I try double high? I could try it. Okay, but I got the same issue. There's not much holding this steady. Too damn small in one direction. It's 2x2. Yeah, that way. They're not going to fall this way, but they will roll. All right. The problem here is the center of gravity. And if you're going to have a lot of these things, give me a place to put these. There you go. Stack this. There you go. Let's stack that. Okay, I've got width exceeds the height. The width of this, if I can see this, the width is far and away in excess of the height. The length is far in excess of the height. On that narrow one, the width compared to the height, it's the same. Okay. This baby ain't going to flop over. I need bigger. That's the whole idea here. Now these are pretty handy. You can get these up at the, the dollar store for six or $8. But if you're just putting the 2x2 boxes in there, you still got the problem that they're just bouncing around and floating around one against the next. The back of one is the front of the other. It's these have served their purpose, and they got us by for 50 years. But dude, it's 50 years later, it's time to bring it up a notch. So we're going to take this design, right, with the ribs, and we're going to make them a little bit bigger, a little bit thicker, a little bit more sturdy. We're going to nudge that space in between the ribs that hold the holder. And we'll shrunk that just a hair. And then instead of 4 inches, we're going to have it about 8 inches long. All right, and then instead of 1 row, we're going to have 5 rows across. It's going to end up being about that big. 8 by 10. And the whole, now, the one Lincoln has is about that big. It's 16 by, what, 10 by 16? That's a whole lot bigger. But there's an issue with 10 by 16. It doesn't fit any standard shipping container. Oh, geez, if I'm going to sell these, I got to get them from where they are to where they're going to be. And the best way to do that is to fit a standard container. Wait for it. That is a UPS priority mail medium flat rate box. All right. Now I've had the measurements, and I'm sure I have them written down somewhere. But that size is ideal. Now it's about 5.5 this way. Okay, so I'm only going to get 2 in there if these boxes are running 2 1/4, which is about what there would be to account for the base, the top, and just a little bit of wiggle room. We don't want them to shake around, but we want a little bit of growth space. So this direction you're looking at 8.5. That direction you're looking at 10 3/4. All right. So if I had 10 by 8 by 2 1/4, I could fit 2 of these boxes into that and ship cheap, because the cost of shipping those darn things to Lincoln was about what he paid for the box. Gosh, let's try to do this smart. It's great. We can invent the product, come up with it. We can get it made. We got the whole thing figured out, but we got to be able to ship it inexpensively. That's where the size comes in. Does Ken ever look up info? Been here a good few minutes. Take questions in the flyer. Never goes looking for info. No, I just make it up as I go. I've probably been there already. It's up here. Excuse me a moment. All right, I'm going to take one of my pills. Either I sneeze or I go to sleep, because these babies, these will knock me down. That's diphenhydramine. They're awful things, but they make my nose not run. There we go. Anyway, that's the whole plan there. And Lincoln said, dude, I want more of these, but I can't get more easy. So, well, nothing left to do but pull it out of my butt. And that's what we do. Now, this is still a pretty darn cool thing. So I think we'll start off with the big size, because I got other people that would also like to have, you know, some big containers, because 2 by 9, no, not good enough. 2 by 4, not good enough. 8 by 10, now you're talking. They'll be stackable. The problem is when you fill them with the big coins, say dollars, for example, the capacity of 8 by 10 is still going to weigh about 17 pounds. Jeez. Let's say I filled 2 of them, stuck them in. That's going to be a 35-pound. That'll be a 35-pound package if those things are full of dollar coins. The next thing we're also looking at is a tote, like a carry bag, that'll fit, you know, 3 to 4 of these things, because, you know, pennies are a lot lighter. And, you know, put a little logo on the front. Here you go. No, where's there? Put a little logo on the front. You know, Professor Peavy's penny pocket pouch, whatever the hell you want to call it. And oh, it'll be a lot of fun. Why not? But this is a great size if you want to ship stuff. So we got into that idea. I want to ship a coin from point A to point B. Right? The padded mailers are great, but I've had my stuff arrive with boot prints on them. Dude, I don't even wear shoes. Alright, so you get the padded mailers here, and they get the bubbles in there. Great, it's wonderful. Alright, you put your coin in. I've had it show up in my mailbox like this. Okay. Give me a stiff holder for several coins. Boy, that would fit the bill, wouldn't it? But then I have to change the ribs for shipping, because things ship in different sizes. Okay, maybe, what do? Do I lay them flat? because I can fit a couple in a 4-incher. All right. This is 4 inches on the outside, but yeah, that would be neat. So I do 2.5, right? Little segmented boxes, and have a top and a bottom that come together. It would be short, you know, this tall, enough for probably 4 to 6 coins. Well, you got more, just use 2 of the darn things. Okay, so I did the math on that and what that's going to work out and how to do it. Problem with injection molding, each piece, you know, it's another mold charge. They gotta charge you for creating the mold, because it ain't gonna fit nothing else, right? If it's a plastic part in your house, there you go. There's one right there. That is an injection. That's probably injection molded. Let's see what we got that's injection molded for sure. All kinds of stuff. Something like that would be injection molded. There you go. Simple and easy. This is processed afterwards to add the cut and drill the bottom. But that's injection molded. Here we go. This is an injection molded product. See the little squeeze, the little point. And that's you know, they make the mold and they squeeze the plastic into the mold, and the mold is shaped for this piece. Okay, that's one piece. This is another piece. Look, there's my rounds. So that's 2 pieces. The molds to make this, you're talking $4,000. No fooling. So I can do the box, but it's going to cost me, I mean, it's a bigger mold, but because it's this big, it's going to be $5 grand to make the molds on that thing. Now, if I want to do a smaller box, just for like the shipping containers, so I can, you know, ship them safe and a durable thing, be short, I want to have one single piece, which is where this comes in. And I did the math on this one, right? It could be done in LDPE, real cheap, and they'd retail for $15 per 100. Okay, so we have a 2-part container. Now imagine this is big enough to fit a couple of these. All right, check out the design on this. I've got a sticky out here and a fit in over there. So these are the same darn thing. One is the same as the other. You just turn them 90 degrees and they line up and push together. Okay, let's see if we can see that. Up at the top, they both have the tab. This camera is not ever going to work. Forget it. Until I get a camera, I quit. Good night. Oh. Okay, you get a tab on the top, a tab on the bottom, or a groove on each side. So if I turn it 90 degrees, the tab goes in the groove on both sides, and it fits together. So we call this one the flip ship thing. So I can put my coin in there. All right, put the top on, fit a couple of in there, probably a couple 3 deep, put a piece of cardboard in between, and stick that in your mailer. All right, now if that's 4 inches wide, that's going to fit your standard mailers, because I use 6 by 9.5, 6 by 10. So hell, I could fit 2, 4, 6 of the darn things in there with room to breathe. And now I could ship those coins freaking solid, because you're not going to beat on that. LDPE is low density polyethylene. HDPE is high density polyethylene. It's the kind of thing you make your 5-gallon buckets out of. Cheap as dirt, durable as hell. Will take a pounding. You don't have to worry so much about the you know, the strain that something like this, if they're stacked, would undergo. But it would be ideal for the little flip ship thing. So I'm going to get with CJ to make a prototype of that too. Yeah, that'll be a great one. But geez, you know, they're recyclable. You keep on using them. You know, don't throw them away. Save them, because the guy you just got your coins from, who spends a 15 extra cents to get to that coin good, he'll buy them back. Yeah, they would be reusable. Not bars, but 2x2 coin. Will those fit 1 ounce bar? No, these are made for coins. This is a dollar size. Yeah, I have these. You'll see it. There's one right there. I've got every size from penny through big and little dollar. They're pretty slick. I got one in the. Where's that going? Here's no, that's something else. What's this? No, what's this? Here's one. I hope this one gets paid for. So here's a $half in the holder. No, they're wonderful. You know, they're 50 cents a piece. Geez, if you got a $10 coin, $50 coin, $100 coin, not quite valuable enough to slab, but wouldn't it be nice to put some extra protection in there? You could throw that across the room, and it'll be just fine. And get a little baggie to go in. There you go. So you don't scuff up the acrylic, and it keeps them nice and clean. There you go. There's the back. But these, again, you can take it apart so you can get a good photograph. The cardboard, you want a good photograph, you got to take that thing apart. Here you go. Here's one right here. If I would like to get a good photograph of this, I've got to take it apart. Where's the die chip I'm looking for? Oh, this is the, they call this one, you get ready, guys. Here's a spot. Okay, they call this one the camel toe. And it's a little die chip in the rock. Right up there, right in the toe of that camel. And yeah, that's a cut. Yeah, it's known. It's a camel toe die chip. All right, what's that other one I had? Where'd the box that this was in go? That's not it. This might be it. I'll use this box. Okay. I have no idea what's wrong with this penny. We'll have to look at that. And this one also has a die chip. This is a 2016. I bet you it's the same thing. I had like a roll of these. Yeah, there you go. That's the camel toe die chip. And I got a bunch of these, and you'll find a lot of chips in and around that bird, right in between the wing and the tail, above the wing, below the tail, all kinds of them over there. Yeah, rather humdrum. I want to see what's wrong with this. Boy, it's so hard to see the darn coins when it's behind a sheet of plastic and you're trying to shine a light on it to get, a better look. 1981. That looks good. I have no idea what's wrong with this one. Pusa Studios. Peace. You leaving or you staying? Either way is good. No, I think this is it's not my writing on this holder, so I don't know anything about it. I think it just got lost, and I'll put that in a big show, I suppose, because I don't know what else to do with it. Yeah, so what we've been working on is, better holders, because cardboard doesn't cut it anymore. All too often, you screw up a decent coin. The money you save using the staples, well, first off, you're going to kill it by, you got to buy a $20 stapler. You got to buy, the penny, nickel, dime, quarter, half, large and small dollar holders. So now you got a shelf this big just for all the various size holders. These are $8 a hundred. I can reuse them. One size fits all. It's a no-brainer in my opinion. Okay, so now I want something to put them in. That's where, imagine this is the size of, a ream of paper, 8 by 11. Yeah, they'll take plastic, they'll take cardboard, they'll take anything 2 inches by 2 inches. Right? Hold it, it's not going to slide left or right. Ain't no room to slide it left and right. You get this, you get like a 1/16 of an inch to work with. Then going back and forth. All right. Not going up and down, because the height on the inside when it's closed is 2 inches and 1/16. It ain't moving far. It's immobilized. That is how you store a coin. Same way they do at PCGS. And you put, oh, this is injection molded, by the way. See the little pin, right? That's where the plastic comes out of the injector. And you got another one right there. Yeah. Okay. You've seen them make soft serve ice cream. Well, imagine instead of putting it onto an ice cream cone, they're squeezing it in a Ziploc bag, except that the Ziploc bag is like between two frozen pieces of ice with a shape on it. Right? The ice cream that goes in would take the shape of the ice. That's what injection molding is all about. Okay. Oh, Charlie's here. Good. Andrew, go to bed. Go home, Andrew. For shipping multiple coins, why not have a very shallow box big enough to hold 3-ring binder, coin holder, even with sheets designed for different size coins as well as the flat bars? Well, for shipping multiple coins, that's great, but we're looking to use what the post office has. We got first class shipping, we got medium mail, we got priority mail. So for shipping a box, you know, the 8 by 10, 2 of them are going to fit in there. That's what I want to do, is use the standard sized stuff. Use the systems that are already in place and put them to advantage. Did you ever do anything with the sticky note coin pouches? Not yet, Mike. I left. I have your stuff still in my email, but I got the coin seminar weekend going and kept that on the top of the blog, because if I had another blog article, that's going to be shifted down, and I wanted to keep that at the top. So you're on my list, and now that the coin weekend seminar is behind us, yeah, I can move your stuff over and set that right up. Mike Badger has an article on making coin holders, right? Much like these, same size, but doing it out of sticky notes. Yeah, it works, man. It's like origami. And he sent the directions and a whole set of pictures, and we're going to put that up in the blog. Not Ken, it's called Injection Mold. That's right. There's a company up in Valdosta that does it. It's about, I don't know, 60 miles north of here. I think it's 60.8 miles north of here. Yeah, it's a poor man's way. I mean, I've shown how to do it on a piece of paper, and yeah, it can be done. Sticky notes are just as good. And the way you fold it is better, I think. So that's got to go up. I worked in injection molding many years ago. Yeah, what's it cost to make a mold? Because I got to have 2 for the box, right? For the flip ship, I want to have 1 shape and be able to turn it upside down, turn it 90 degrees, and jam it together. And then I'd like to probably add like a tab, like up here, because these are freaking impossible to get apart sometimes. I want to add a simple tab so I can squeeze it, 1 up, 1 down, and it would open up. Because it's not for appearance, the shipper. It's for function. It's to protect that coin. And so it'd be you know, flat, about 4 inches long, have a separator in the middle. So when the 2 come together, that provides extra support. And you got, you know, a 2 1/4 inch space on one side, 2 1/4 on the other, and you can fit a couple in there. That'll work out great. If you need more, just, you know, together the 2 pieces should be 15 cents retail. Move them out, you know, 100 units at a time, which would be 200 separate parts. You know, just shovel them onto the truck. That's the whole idea there. Have you ever saw a Coke bottle before? It is blown into a mold. Kinda. The way they do the glass is a little bit different. They actually drip it in. I need a piece of paper. You'll see it. You gotta watch the History Channel. I got all kinds of crap on that, like that stuff. Okay, the mold comes in from underneath, and it's a 2-part mold. Okay, we're gonna stop here for a minute because I got a box here. I got a box over here. I got a box right there. I got 2 boxes over here, and I can't turn. I can't turn because I got the drawers open, holding the box up. There's a box here. There's too much crap here, not enough room. Okay, they got the big vat of melted glass up here, right? That's just melted silica. And out the bottom, they got a little thing. They just open it and pull it and shut it. And it drips out, right? And the glass just drips out. And that's where they put together the two molds, right, to catch the glass that drips out. And then, you know, the conveyor line takes it from there. But that's kind of like how they do it. But you got two pieces, and that's why you got a little line on the side of your Coke bottle, in the old glass bottles. Yeah. I've never worked in a glass factory. Worked at a foundry down in Miami one time. They make manhole covers. Seriously, big company. They make, it's a, what was it, USA Foundry. Manhole covers, do it all over the world. I even did a small stint at a plastic manufacturer up here. Mostly made blow mold gas cans. Cool. Find out who the guy was that does, you know, the screw-on tips, and beat the shit out of that guy. I got 4 of them in the garage, and only one works. It's really upsetting. You got to press this, you pull a little switch, then squeeze it. And, dude, I'm a simple man. Who invented that shit? What was wrong with him? We used to have, you know, we'd use a milk jug. Geez, you got a gallon of gas, simple cap, you know, you poured it, done. A milk jug. Streaming at this hour. Hey, there's nothing going on. Special request. It's okay. Yeah. And I'm saying what's on the desk because I'm still getting ready for tomorrow's show. Alrighty. One moment. There. Okay, where's the box over we're looking at? Oh, what's this? Where do scissors go? I get a few of these. Let me open that up. Every now and then I come across what I think to be a pretty decent deal. So I just, you know, snatch them all up. Alrighty. So look at these babies. And that is, if we can see it, a 1986 S Liberty half dollar. Now these are clad, right? And well, usually I get $10 a piece for these, but they also have the nice, pretty, you know, the box with a little red, white, and blue ribbon. Let's look at the back of that. And you got them just off the boat at Ellis Island, thinking, there we go. It's unless they're Italian or something, and they say, "Ah, mamista," or some damn thing in Italian. There you go. But they're wonderful. So I got those for, like, you know, I can get those out the door at $8. All right, I got a bunch of them. Well, why am I spending my time doing one item at a time? Why not just put together a batch of stuff, right? Because I got those 77, the 78 Ikes. They're pretty solid. I guess I could do a 78 Ike. You know, we got those 2001 proof pennies. Okay, I need some. Give me this. I need some cards. I need a razor. There's one way over there. What's it doing over there? That's not where I put them. All right, I'm gonna have to make some more here. One moment here. These are real easy. Don't cut yourself if you do this. I'll feel real bad. There. And we'll pull this off and throw it on the floor. Okay, so now I get that onto a card. Look. There, I get cards. Got a whole bunch of cards. See, the cards are for putting coins on. Ta-da! Because, well, the Ikes have been going pretty darn good, so I've been hunting them down like a madman. I actually have some 74s, maybe some more. It should be here tomorrow. This is a 76 proof. These are freaking smoking hot. And I'm going to have to tilt that down. So I don't have to tilt the dollar so much because I don't want that sliding around. The cameo on these is superb. Alrighty. And again, I got a good price. Why not take all these things that I have a, you know, in some quantity? You know, I got like 6 or 7 of these. I got 8 of the $half there. And just put together, you know, a big lot. So I'm probably going to do a daytime show where we do exactly that. Lincoln, check Messenger. There we go. I like these. I like the X. Oh, I meant to look at these because I still haven't decided if these are type 1 or 2. Let's see. All right, type 1, blocky letters. Those are not blocky. Those are type 2 proofs. At least this one is. All right. You see how they have serifs? The type 1, they're just, you know, square. The T, for example, it's going to be square. What's that, the moon? United. There's a T. See how it's got slopes? This type 1 is straight, square. Type 2, slopes. Top of the A, angled. So that's a type 2 proof. Yep. Well, good. Now there's that to work with. Ikes are nice. We used to get them. I remember spending Ikes. Yeah. You got to realize when this was out, I was 9. That was like all the rage back then. Oh, the new bicentennial stuff's out. What new bicentennial stuff? Oh, they changed the quarter for the bicentennial. Of course, they've been hyping the bicentennial since '72. So all I remember growing up was stories about Paul Revere and Molly Bucket. Yeah, it was great TV back then. You had all the stories. But it was a big promo for a couple of years to build up, you know, the celebration for the bicentennial in '76. And I started collecting coins in '77, and, you know, this stuff was brand new. Back then, you don't get this nowadays, but back in '77, everything was new, right? You got to realize, okay, the nickels and pennies, a little bit older. You still had wheats in circulation. I mean, a quarter of them were still wheats. You know how today you got 15% of your coins in your penny rolls are copper, right, before 1982? Well, same idea. 15% of your change in 1977 were wheat pennies, right? Nickels, you could find, you know, a Buffalo now and again. They're usually pretty worn out. But the dimes, the quarters, the $half, all brand new, right? Because they had just ripped all the silver out of circulation. So all your dimes, quarters, and halves are, you know, 10 years old, 7 years old on the halves. No such thing as worn out quarters. It would jump right out. Oh, that's a worn out quarter. What's that doing here? Of course, it'd be silver. There was no silver in circulation in 1977. They had already cleaned it out because they could get, you know, 2% gain on the silver price. That's why it's illegal to melt the copper pennies now, because, man, they would rip it out in a day for a 2% margin. But it's really neat. They're all brand new. Oh, here's a quarter. Not a bit of wear on it. Spotless, clean, neat. Nowadays, they're kind of old, busted, grungy. Got all kinds of rings on them. They're all busted up nowadays. Hey, watch your video on coin storage ideas. Great video. I need to get some of those 2x2 boxes. What do you recommend on eBay? They are pretty cheap, most of them. I have them available. They're $2.50 a piece. Where the hell did they go? The issue with these is the shipping, because for its size, I've got priority mail that I can use, because I'm going to use tracking. Okay. So a priority mail bubble mailer will fit 3, but it's still $7.50 shipping. Huh? Okay, let's work on this. Why sell an empty box? Right? Huh? Okay. $7.50 for shipping. I can fit 100 flips in each one. Real easy. Actually, I can fit probably 200 if you want to go that route. Flips, magically appear. Where are you? Come to me. I know I just had some. Where'd they go? Huh, here they are. Okay, I can fit 50, 100 in each one. Nice and easy, plenty of space. If you got coins you buy, I can add those in too, as long as there's space. So I get 300 flips. Now the flips are $8 per 100, but I get 3 boxes at $1.50 a piece. That's what I pay for the darn things, $1.50 a piece. But I make like $1.25 on the flips and $7.50 shipping. So if you want that deal, go ahead and try to beat that on eBay, okay? And that's what I can do. So if you're ordering stuff from me already, you don't just get the boxes and the flips. Yep, ditto, Paula. What did Paula say? We were 10. You were too? Yeah, that was a good time. Everything was new and young. The trees were still small. Yeah. What was it, 15 years ago? Half the people were younger than me and half were older. Now I'm creeping up. I think I got shingles in the back of my neck. What is that, a reward for 50 years of hard work? Dude. I don't know, maybe it's just a mosquito. We'll find out if it gets worse. I got some zinc on it. Might be good. Dude, John Lennon was still singing. You could actually buy stuff with a handful of change then. Yeah, dude, we take a quarter, you go down, you blow it on a, anything. Whores. They were a quarter. It was wonderful. Loaf of bread, I remember being 25 cents. Gallon of milk was 75 cents. Stick of butter, I have no idea. We were margarine at that point. Did you send my stuff? No, I have to get a box big enough for that big book. If not, put 4 boxes and 2 packs of flips. Okay, you already got 1 coming. 4 boxes. Maybe. I'll put in what'll fit. Paula. And tell me what I'm doing with that 1941. Paula, plus 4 box. Plus 200 flip. All right. That's why I have to get to town tomorrow, because I got to get boxes. I have no small flat rate boxes. What the hell's wrong with me? They're gone. I don't remember prices because my parents paid. Now, well, I got to shop with my grandmother. Starting in 77, because I was 10, I could go down and visit my grandmother and spend a couple weeks there. Of course, we were already spending 3 weeks there in the blueberry season because she had blueberry field. And, dude, that was freaking hot work. I mean, it was summertime in Maine. It'd be 74 degrees in that sun. We're fucking dying. You crawl into the truck for some shade. Then you crawl out from under the truck for some breeze. And she had a 63 GMC pickup truck. She ran into some old people. Better grab a used engine crate now. Something. Yeah, that's okay. Well, it keeps getting bigger. That's tomorrow's the day. I got to get that. You're looking at it, laughing, and sending it back if you see something I should keep. I have no idea what she's talking about there. 76, a kid could still have a bike ride. You can't have a bike ride now? 76, I got a picture of me riding my bike. July 4th, 1976. I got red, white, and blue crepe paper around the spokes, right? I mean, in and out, all the way around both wheels. I got like 14 baseball cards on them with laundry pins. All right, we got red, white, and blue tassels. It was the thing we did back then. Hostess treats were 15 cents. No, video games were a quarter, and you had Pong. Pac-Man, I think, was yet to come out. Oh, Pac-Man was used. We had Asteroids and Space Invaders. And, man, there was a line from here to there. People just begging to drop 2 3/4 in there. Guy come along, put a quarter on top of the machine, scowl at you. Boop, you lost a life. To hell, man. Yeah, we'd bike all over that place. Anyway, I go down to my grandmother's house because, you know, I was old enough to help out, cut wood or paint a garage. We'd work in the field setting up markers so the guys that come by and spray malathion on us. Goothion. Yeah, studies show this stuff is perfectly safe. Of course, everybody with 100 miles has a miscarriage, including the guys. Shipping's a bitch. I want those boxes. They're good. They're good boxes. I usually keep a dozen or two around. This 2x2x9. Imagine if it was solid plastic, durable, stackable, didn't fall over, right? And had ribs to keep your coins stationary. Wouldn't that be a treat? Color coding is the next step of that. But that should have a capacity of 180-ish. I'm going to redo the math on that because we're changing the sizes just a little bit. But we're going to get the CAD drawing, then we're going to get the molds made. And dude, it's going to be $4,000 or $5,000 to come up with a mold. So I think what we're going to do is a Kickstarter with that and try to pre-sell them. But the Kickstarter only lets you sell one of the darn things. And I think to make an effective program, we need to sell it with more than, you know, with, oh, I'll take 5 because there are some people who are going to take, you know, give me a case of them. Just Dustin will put them in his shop. We'll work out something with him. But you're looking at, you know, $10 shipping. 2 of them, $13.50 shipping. It's not too bad at that point. But you're still looking at about $24.95 per box. But they're this fucking big. One of these by Whitman is $7.95 plus $5 shipping. Huh? No, this blows the doors off of what Whitman has. So it's a matter of time before they say, hey, look, this guy's doing this. We're going to make them too. And they go to China and they bump them up. It'll cost you 15 cents. You'd be wondering all this time, how come I've been paying $7.95 for this crap, Mr. Whitman? Yeah. But yeah, you're looking at $30 a unit pre-order. A pair of them, not too bad, a little bit better because you're able to combine on the shipping. But for a pair of them, you're looking at probably $50. But you know, you can throw that across the room. Now this is red, whatever plastic was used for the prototype. We're going to be using ABS plastic. Amyl butyl, I don't know what the hell it is. It's good stuff. What the hell's that box? Ah. ABS. I can go all day. ABS. Good stuff. Oop. Yeah, we put some thought into this. Okay, this is good, but it's not quite. This is a prototype. Let's get the size and the shape and the measurements and show people what we're doing. Alrighty. There's Ike. Really pretty. So we'll have a few of those tomorrow. But I got to get a show because I can probably get some more 71S's. And every now and then I find, you know, a good deal on some stuff. Okay. Let's put together some packages. Okay, they need to make boxes for the capsules. Boy, it's hard to have a box for every different size, shape. You got these things. They're a 1/4 inch wide. This isn't going to fit 1/4 inch wide. It'll fit 2x2 cardboard or plastic. But if I want something that's going to take this, I'm going to redesign the whole darn thing. Because there's a huge difference in these two things as far as the thickness. What do? You keep on going, but it would take a change in the ribs if you wanted to go upright. Otherwise, you can get those Whitmans for $7.95 and put those in there. Yep. Capsules. I've got one. Here's one right there. All right. That's different from a 1/4 inch. There's no win in here. Every proprietary manufacturer has a different design. You know, you put together a set, you're going to have 14 of these, 12 of those, 97 of these, and 67,000 of those until they finally give out, or you screw up the backs of your coins and say, to hell with these. I need some plastic quick. These are probably the most expensive thing out there. Now, 50 cents a piece, these are pretty reasonable. All right? Those are $8 a 100. They're reusable. You take the coin out, take a picture, put the coin back in. They're wonderful. These are 5 cents, single use. Plus you got to have a stapler. Plus you got to frig with it. Jesus, if you start shipping coins out, okay, then you got to get this. So you staple the coin in. All right, you got to frig with that for 20 minutes. Then you got to go through and crimp all the staples, because you can't have that stuff sticking up. No, dude, you got to flatten that. Okay, so you go in. Hopefully you don't screw up the coin while you're trying to flatten the staple. Right? See the way those stick out? Those are jumping out at you because that stapler didn't. Well, that failed. Do you take out the stapler and try again? It takes 20 freaking minutes to put a coin in a cardboard flip and prep it for shipping. Penny. Loose penny. Flip. Two flip. Huh? Penny and flip. I'm going to tap that. Now it's penny in the bottom. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Give me. Label. 1961. Label in flip. Da, da, da. Label in flip. Folded. Anything else I need to do with that? Put it in a box and ship it out. Zoom, it's out of here. Meanwhile, this guy's still trying to figure out how to reload his staples. Get away from the staples. You can have one of every size. You can have the, what are these, 20 bucks? Plus you gotta have a box of staples. If they run low, you gotta get more staples. Right, and you got to make sure, are these the right staples? Because I got to have the T1As for this stapler and the T1Bs for the other one. Is it worth the hassle to chase that damn staple? Chase it. You want to take the staple out? You want to get the coin out of there. Excuse me. Okay, a lot of people take it and just try to peel it apart, thinking, oh, I can just peel that apart. Dude, that's like freaking exposing teeth to your coin. Try getting your coin past that. Try getting your fingers past that. No, you will die if you do that. Give me a toothpick. There's one. Okay, this is how you do it. You take a toothpick, put the toothpick through, drag it around the coin. See, I already mutilated the darn thing, so it's hard. Okay, drag it around the coin. Coin pops out. And you don't expose the coin to the staple, because those staples will destroy your coins. And the value of the coins that they destroy will be more than you spend on all the holders to store all of your coins. You will find that out, and you will say, he was right, by God. Why didn't I listen to Ken? Really, make it your mission to get the heck away from cardboard holders. They don't work. Well, they kind of do, but when you need them to stop working, you take it up the app. What's this sticking out here? Look, it's a cardboard flip here. Look at this. I will take 3. God love you. How much were the boxes with 100 flips? Okay, box alone, $250, $750 shipping. right? 3 boxes alone, $2.50 a piece, $7.50 shipping, right? Now, put 100 flips in the box. That's $8, but I take $1 off the box. I don't mind. I get my money, you know, in the flips. I get my money back. It's a great look. I effectively buy the boxes and sell them for what I pay, but I move big 300 flips at a time. Now I can do 600 flips if you really want to get hardcore, but I don't think I have 600 flips. I just got them in, and I have to order more already. Flips are moving great. So the deal is, you know, 300 flips is 24. The 3 boxes is $4.50, and the shipping $7.50, and you can do the math on that. Because I'm just a man, and dude, it's freaking 4 in the morning. I have it written down somewhere, but it's not directly in front of me. Yeah. Get the stuff you need without spending the money. And I got to do that too, is work up a package, you know, so we can fill that with your supplies. It'll be, you know, it's going to cost you $100, right? But you fill that with your supplies and get them done once a year. Look, it's September. That's my month for ordering coin supplies for the year. Because if you can save 10% over the course of a year, that's not a bad investment. I think that's a pretty fair return on investment. But you got to get a... But for me to get that price, I've got to sell a bunch. So I need like 25 to 40 people involved to get around, you know, enough to fill that. But it can be done. At Ken, says David Carlisle. Thank you, Paula. You're welcome. Guardhouse makes them. What about the self-sealing 2x2 flips? No staples. But they're single use, aren't they? If you want to take a picture of that coin, you still have to get the coin out because you can't take decent photos through the cardboard. Give me another one. Here's another one. Okay. There's your coin. And you see these guys trying to sell their coins. This is only $17.95.95. And, you know, they show it to you like that. And this is what you're looking at. Isn't it beautiful? Let's look at the other side. And they show the other side, and it looks like that. Only 17. It's an AU. Huh? Check out the toning on that. So you can't see a damn thing. Can you put that under the close-up? Why, sure. And they put it under the close-up, and you still got LED lights glaring at your face. You can't take it is hard to take a decent photo of a coin with plastic in the way. Slabs, you can't get around it, right? Watch this coin. You ready? You're going to love this one. Okay. This is, we showed this earlier. It's a buy error. There it is. You see the raised metal between the B and the E on the bottom, right? Let me get the focus right on that. And you get some raised metal down there on the B and the E. There it is. Isn't that great? That's a buy error. I'm going to take that thing home. All right, I'm going to make it straight. Give it a couple of taps. And it's not going to work because I'm trying to show you how easy this is. That's when it doesn't work. Come out. It's out. Move it over. And then we can put it under here. Now here, there's no plastic in the way. Can you see it now? Can you see the extra metal between the B and the E? Now, without the glare in the way. Okay, let's put it away. Can you do this with your, you know, peeling sticks? I take my coin, I bring it back over here. Which one is it? There it is. I pick it up by the sides, and I put my coin away. Boink. Did I lose anything? Because that resealable one, you'd have to use 2 of them. How much money did you save? If they're a nickel a piece and these are 8 cents, get the good gear. There's a reason why I like these, and the least of which is the staples and what they will do. Toothpick time. Where's my? Here it is. And I also have these. These are the PV pointers. They're only $2.99 each. I've got as many as you like. You know, you take 10 or more, they're 10% off. It works great. Yeah, I've played with, I mean, every kind of holder under the sun. Seriously, I like these. If you got an expensive coin, give it the protection, right? I mean, how much? At what point is it good? If these are 50 cents, you figure $50 or more. You might want to think about going to that. Okay, for your regular stuff, at what point do you put it into the holder? Maybe a buck, right? If it's less than a buck, but more than face value, maybe tubes are right for you. Ain't nothing wrong with tubes. I got a billion tubes. I don't sell tubes because it don't pay to ship tubes. You know, get 100 at a time. That's why, you know, if I'm going to do tubes, I'd want to have a bunch of people all pitching in, getting a big bunch of everything so we can get them at the right price and ship them in bulk. Everybody, here you go. This is the package. And go from there. We'd have a lot of space and a lot of room to make that happen. Okay, these are the best I found. They're not the soft ones. It's no plasticizers. These are made by Guardhouse. They're beautiful. They are the shit. This is the box that some come in. It's upside down. Guardhouse. There you go. 2x2 double pocket flips, standard coin holders. These are PVC free. Look, I use the darn things. The money I make selling the holders pays for what I use. Helps to offset the cost of what I use, because I use bunches of them. 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 Bunches and bunches and bunches. Now, if I've done my homework, right, and I've done this for, you know, a while now, and this is what I selected, because I've tried everything else and just got frustrated and tired of losing money because of all the other, you know, shortcomings of the holder. And I say these really work for me the best for my needs. Well, what do? Do you take that with a grain of salt and say, well, that's for his needs? And I'm going to go find out for myself. Well, if you want to go find out for yourself what the best holder is, then by all means, baby, I'll help you buy the stuff. But eventually, you're going to say, dude, these really are, you know, superior in every way. They cost 3 cents more. No staples. I've had coins in here that I have you know, moved through here. There was a, the hell was that? Was it a Patriot $50? Beautiful coin, beautiful AU, every bit, all the way, sharp, except that on the back of it, where's my camera? On the back of it, from about 3 o'clock to about 6 o'clock, was this big scratch from a staple. Well, what did that do? That one coin with that one scratch, what did that do to the value of that coin? It took it from about 95 to 100 bucks down to about 30 bucks. How many holders would that 30 bucks pay for? That's the one coin. You always have good stiff. How the chick's digging. I am all mine to flip. I'm moving all mine to flips, and when you sell fork, love to see that. Sell folk love. When you sell folk. Marty, sometimes you don't make sense, and this is one of those times. Don't you hate that autocorrect? We used to have to spell things wrong you know, ourselves. Now the computer will spell it wrong for us. You always have good stuff. I'm moving all mine to flips. And when you sell pork, when you sell folk, and when you sell, what word would that be? I like used ketchup packets. I'm going to get more of these. Except I'm afraid it rots your brain. Get off the ketchup packets. There's a whole vivid culinary world out there you're missing. Right? I mean, there's pesto. There's marinated mushrooms. There's freaking, oh God, etouffee. Get out there. Get away. And there's more out there than ketchup. You can do more than ketchup. I'm convinced of it. You're worth it. I believe you can get it. All you have to do is want it, and it's yours. Have a remoulade. Ratatouille. There's bacon for Christ. Ketchup and bacon. Get away from. Just go. Be a bacon purist. I'm a bacon purist. And look at this. I used to be a scrawny little rugrat bitch. And just look at me now. Yeah. That's right. I kicked sand in the face of that 180-pound wimp. When people receive their coins in a flip, they tend to like them more. Here, check this out. I get a coin. I sell the coin. I take it out of the flip. You see how it's got a little bit of a scuff here? Because if, you know, where'd that box go? I got them piled up in here pretty hard. Oh, this is another one about the box. Right, and they're going to rub together. No matter what you have, every flip has a drawback. And the only drawback I see is on the inside, you get a little circular pattern where the coin meets the flip. So I give them a brand new flip because what? 8 cents? I can reuse these. It's not a problem. So the stuff I have is in the used, and I send it out in a new one, which is why I go through so darn many flips. Give them the guns. Hit the trash cans after the fancy place is closed, Lemon. Yeah. Sometimes you can find them with, they still got like half or sometimes 3/4 of the ketchup left in there. Back in college, it was me and the guy across the hall. We got into it, right? You know, I got home one day and he had taken some glue, some Elmer's glue, and just painted the doorknob. Of course, it was half tacky by the time I got there, and of course, I was stumbling in the dark anyway. And so you grab the, and you stick. Oh, Jesus. Well, I heard him laughing over there. Ha, 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 ha. All right, you bastard. So I took some of them ketchup packets, pointed them right at his door, and I was running. Stomping a budget. Yeah, he's got little lines of ketchup in his room. Okay. Well, I got back one day, and I guess my roommate had helped him out because I, you know, looking around, everything's safe. Okay, good. And I jump in bed, and it's full of rocks. Oh, for Christ's sakes. I pull the sheet. Yep, there's got to be 200 pounds of rocks here. Just rocks. Broken asphalt. I think some dog turd. I don't know. All right, clean that over. Flip it. Okay, so I took some shaving cream. I need a book. Okay. There, took some shaving cream. Got a big envelope. One of the big manila envelopes, you know, and took the whole can, filled that envelope up, tucked the open end under his door. He took the book. Whop! Poof. That was the idea there. Well, anyway, he got expelled for the killing of a man. But that was an unrelated story. Joe T says, do you have a website? If you look in the description below this video, you're going to find a link to the 1 Million Pennies project. Here it is. Here's the link. Let me copy that. Get down here. Paste that up. Ta-da! And that'll take you to the 1 Million Pennies project. And I can walk you through that because, hey, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. That's what we do at this time of day. All right, I'm loading a page, so bear with me. We might lose some. It might do the lag thing here. Wow, that picture's like 20 years old. Let me pause that. What? Well, it seemed like a good idea. It was just shaving cream. I believe it was later exonerated. Okay, that's not it. We're loading. We're loading. Stand by. Where's the screen? Here's the screen. And this is, if you can see it, yeah, the 1millionpenniesproject.blogspot.com. And this is my blog. Now, I've had this up. This is the video coin seminar weekend. This was this past weekend. Good Lord. Has it been 4 days already? It's Friday. Shit. So, anyway, this has been here for a month. And I got another article I want to put in from Mike Badger had written it. It's a good one, but I wanted to keep this in place because it was the top of the blog. But over here on the right, that's what you want to check out. Okay. Click on that. Takes you to my YouTube channel. You're on my YouTube channel, so just click that little bell, right, and hit that subscribe button. But jump to, and this is probably one of the best. This is the index of articles. It'll take you to, you know, all the good stuff. And another one is the key information websites. Lots of good stuff on there. Yeah, there's a couple of articles. I could probably move this. Here's a files index, which is interesting. Here's a coin video directory, right, which will actually take you to this, which is the coin video directory. Let me see if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. Good. And you got just a whole bunch of different YouTubers. If they got over 1,000 subs, I might write it in. I might not. Right? If they got less than 1,000 subs, I might write it in, and I might not. But once you hit 1,000, I just write 1,000 plus and be done with it. Now I got two we're trying to get there. We're trying to get Beth Coddington to 1,000. Now she was at 833. I don't know. Was it Sunday? Just a few days ago. And the next one is right there is Manta Coins. He was at 772 on, I don't know, Saturday. So we want to get those two people to 1,000 because at 1,000 subscribers you can monetize your channel. There's another requirement. You have to have a certain amount of view hours, view minutes, and I'm pretty sure Manta will go get there. Beth, I don't know. She's a little slower as far as producing new videos, so she might not have the view hours. But by God, we can get her the subs at least. Have you got the results of the Penny Project on your blog? Results of the Penny Project. What's the Penny Project? No, maybe. I've got a census of a box that I did from like a year and a half ago. So what's the Penny Project? There was one. Chuck Daughtry has started it to do a census of, you know, a whole bunch of people do a census of a box. And well, I did, and I posted my results. And it's handy. And I don't know how far back that was. That was probably like June 2 years ago. I'd like to see the results. Well, go get in there and go dig around and see. No, that's not it. Let's see if we can find that. We'll click on Index of Articles. Screen. Okay, I clicked on this one right here. Index of Articles. And that took me to this page. Okay, best of blog, coin collecting. Get in there, procedures, cleaning coins. How did you start? How do you protect your coins? Case against saving copper, finding proof coins, valuable coins in your pocket change, grading coins with a reference set. What's it worth? Hunting on a budget, coin sources, coin roll hunting, assemble, clean. No. Okay, hands on. Big Show, make your own coin holder. What's this coin spatula thing? Put some gloves. YouTube networks. Okay. file facts and figures. We got Lincoln statistics, ranks by mintage, a cheat sheet, mintage rankings for Jeffersons and Roosevelts. Let's see, sort of like there's a value guide, checklist, no melt law. Okay, buying and selling wouldn't be in there. Variety and errors, small date. I'm not seeing it here, just for fun. No, it's that part isn't in there. So you'd have to go find it, and I would say it's probably last year. It's a deep search, conducting a deep search. And let's see, March, April, May, June, July. 2017. This is 2016. How about April? I think that was an earlier article. Laid lines. How'd you get started? Okay, we'll go back a month because I think it's earlier than this. All right, we'll go back a month. April. How about May? March. All right. Conducting a deep search. There we go. So this is March. There we go. Results. This is from a box from March of last year, a year and a half ago. Wheats. We had 8 of them in the box. That's kind of low. I tend to get a little more usually. 2 Canadians. Some other shit. Okay, picks. I got a 1988 DRPM, which proved to be zinc rot. Okay, I got a 1995 buy. Sold that for $5. 1995 DDR, not attributed, probably still isn't. I got a pile of stuff I'd like to send off. Let's see, sold this one for $1. Got a 2000 DDR with no match. A DDR. Let's see, DDO number 10 and DDO number 7. They're probably good for a couple bucks a piece. So, you know, on the $25 for the box, I got $5, $6 for sure. Is that right? Anything else? Yeah, well, that's not too bad. That's, what is that, 24%? Yeah, that's about a 24% return all by itself. Okay, population figures. Memorials, 0.12%. 60s, 2.6%. 70s, 7.04%. 80s, 12%. 90s, 17%. The zeros, 16%. Shield cents, you know, 2010 on, 36.2. The copper, 59 to 81, 310 in the box, so 12% was copper. Great. So that means if you take all your copper back to the bank and just cycle it 6 times, you end up with that same copper. Plus, you'd have, you know, all the weights and double dies. But people want to hoard their copper. They don't want to hear, you know, common sense. Yeah, I might get a 2% return on all my copper in 35 years. Or you can take it back to the bank right now and get 25% return on your investment just by searching the darn things for die varieties. Okay, well, they want to save it because one day they might be able to melt their copper. Hey, baby, whatever floats your boat, I suppose. It's your copper. You can do whatever you like with it. Okay, here's every date, every mint mark, and how many we had. 1982, I did not sort it by large or small date or copper and zinc. But there's your counts. Oh, and I did break down the 2009 by type. Yeah, so that's out there. Yeah, we get nuts with this shit, man. Let me get back to chat here. There's home. Ken created a killer. Shaving cream. Drove him to kill. Darn right. Don't mess with me. I'll put you in prison. for the killing of a man. So that's the results. I was just going to mention that. There's Chelsea. There it is. Yeah, we've been talking for an hour and a half. So I'm going to suck some coffee and work on a smoke here, because that's the way I roll. Paula made me do it. She could put me in prison for the killing of a man. Time to head to the cave. Mike Badger says, I'll go back. I'll go look back in the archives, see what you have hidden. Yeah, there's some stuff I haven't listed in the article index. Just not that great or something, or maybe it just wasn't important or didn't hold bearing. It was just temporary. LOL, the killing of a man. Yep, that's better than what Lemonhead would get. For having no... Mr. Lemonhead, this court finds you guilty on the following charges. For knowingly, willingly, and wantonly having carnal knowledge of a farmyard animal. Guilty. On all 17 counts. You got to get out more. Dude, there's so much more out there. Off with his head. All right, my brain is fading. Mine is long gone. I don't know nothing about... I don't see nothing. I don't hear nothing. Now, take it easy, Quasi-Mobile. Now, Quasi-Mobile's got a half-brother named Hemi-Mobile. If you see him, say hi. These two youths, Your Honor, these two youths is innocent. That's an impossible question. I freaking love what's her name. What the hell's her name? Marissa Tomei. She's like 50 now, so she's way over the hill. I don't know what she... Marissa Tomei is like 62 years old nowadays. But back in the day, dude, she was freaking smoking. She was hot. Joe Pesci was never hot. Even for chicks. No, that's just a freak. Okay, what was this one? There. Have you seen a 2005 by... That's that one. Screen scope it. There it is. 2005, and that's the one with a by between the B and the E in Liberty. And that's not a stain. That's raised metal. 2005. Yeah. Things that make you go, dude. Yeah, she's hot. I guess her father was Mel Torme. Singer. Animals. And for having the carnal knowledge of a wide array of livestock. At Chin's Chinese. At Chin's Velvet Frog Restaurant. What's this one? This is just sitting on the... Oh, that's why. I know why this is here. Yeah. That was my clue the other day. I had to complain because 1985 makes me look fat. I was a rugrat in 1985. Yeah. What's this one? 1951D. That never made it back to its holder. That never made it back to its holder. Mel Torme was a velvet frog. Oh, okay. Kind of like Elvis was the Velvet Elvis. Especially if you painted him on a carpet. Do they still have Velvises? I think he put Lincoln to sleep. Lincoln! Somebody get over there and breathe some life into him. Lincoln, wake up. You wanted it. You got it. I got to get some Dansko albums because I got 20 people would snap them up right now. But I got... They want me to order 96 at a time? Are you really? Maybe. 96, it would take me 6 months to sell 96 Danskos. That's just, I'm sitting on a pile of investment on that one. I'm calling him. You call him at home? My mother don't call me at home. Of course, she passed away a couple years ago, but she didn't call me then either. Yep. Okay, let's see what else is on that desk. Oh. Okay, let's see. Because I got a pile of crap here. What the hell am I supposed to do with all this stuff? All right. 70S large date. Oh. Oh, I think I was looking for this earlier. Oh, good. Oh, yes, 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 good. Okay, I got a whole bunch of BU memorials. I'm out of cards. Here's one. See, look, I can take the coin out. Yep, you fell asleep. Figures. Get up. Okay. Large or small? What do you say? What do you say? Large date or small date? You have 10 seconds to come up with it. Where's my pointer? It's gone. It's not here anymore. I may have broken it. Small, correct. Okay, we'll look at the side of this flip, if at all possible. We're going to draw a line vertically, right? I want to be perpendicular to the, draw a line between 1 and 0. All right, and I want to be perpendicular to that. Okay, and if that upper hook of the 6 is directly over, or just about directly over, the lower loop of the 6, that's going to be a small date. If it's way over here, just keeps on swooping, that's a large date. That's a way to tell. I'm working on trying to tell the difference. Okay, Charlie. What is this box? This ain't what I want. Alright, this is what I've been doing for like the past 2 weeks. Trying to get these together. Because I got to order some BU rolls just so I can get shit tight. Right? Here's home. And I got the computer running so, you know, I can print up pretty little labels. Huh? That's what they look like. It's got me on the back. Well, it's not really me. But it's the logo there. Magic made the logo for me. Because he can art. I can't art. But I got all these BUs. So you got 59. $59D. Right? You got 1960, 60D, large date, small date. Okay, that's a large date. All the way up. And I'm trying to get, you know, 4 or 5 of each. So I can do a bunch. Still going. Okay, we're going to go look at the large and small dates. Let's put them side by side. I could probably get away with stacking them if I do it gently. Okay, see that? The upper part of the 6? If I go perpendicular, right, 90 degrees, just like the wall is perpendicular to the floor, it goes 90 degrees straight up. Okay, I'm going to draw a line from that upper hook of the 6 straight down. Now, if it's right at the lower hook of the 6, then that's a small date. Give me that. But here, you're going to find it's a bit off to the right. Because in the small date, you see how that's so much closer to being over the lower loop of the 6. Let's see if we can get those in the same frame. There you go. The large date has the D. Large date keeps on going. Large date has a bigger O. It's larger. The 9 also keeps on going, if you can see that 9. The 1960 small date, they're stubby little letters. And the loops aren't as tight. Now, we're going to look at the 1960 large date. You're going to see the inside loop of the 6 is a little bit tighter. All right, and I'm going to move that over. You can see on the large date, the inside loop of the 9 is a little bit tighter. Let's see if we can get that in the same. I think that's probably about as good as we're going to go. Okay, the 9 on the large date keeps on going. Small date just right. The 6 on the large date, that's the D, keeps on going. On the small date, just peters out. What was that extra metal between the 6 and 0? That, I believe, is just discoloration. Thanks, Ken. That's a big help. Yeah, pick them up. The 60 small date, right? That one right there. No D. In circular grid, you can probably get $1, you know. You got 20 of them, you can probably get 10 to 15 bucks. And you can find those in pocket change. And yeah, you can find them in pocket change. And they're worth better money. The 60 large and small, D, not so much. Large date, P or D, not really so much. But that one, yeah, that's a few bucks. I got these, and they're freaking gorgeous. And I've been doing $6 on those, and that's what that looks like. But this is what I've been doing, is putting together the whole darn set of Lincoln. So I got several of a date from when they started and when they. Well, I'm still going. I'm around 83 right now. What are these? Give me 4 of these. It's 1968D. Wait for it. I'm out of room. I'm out of room. There you go. 68D. 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 And some real shiners on that. I can't deal. That's why I'm not. That's why I don't work in Vegas, because I can't just spin these like they do in Vegas. I have no grace. Well, that's what the hell they look like. All right. Because I put out, 50 different before and just let them run to bid, and never had a problem with that bid just keeping on going. Okay, 60D large date. That's the piece that goes in there. But I got a couple of dates that kind of, been not that great. 1961, I think I got the best ones that I could. I'll run out. So I'll get a list for Robert of what I got to have to replace some. Let's see. Yeah, 1968, they suck. That's a high priority, for example. What happened here? That's good enough. He woke me, then he goes to sleep. What a turd. Can you believe that? What's he thinking? Well, he's still got Moderator of the Year, because he's the best damn moderator out there. All right, there, I can put that away. So these go, right up. What's this one going to be? What do you suppose that one is? It's just a 1971D. All right, what's that one? That's a 1959. That's totally in the wrong place. Totally. Put this way back here. Okay, what's this one? Shiner. Wow. Why are these in the wrong place? Why do I only grab the ones that just do not support my claim or case? Look how easy they come out, and I gotta friggin' wrestle with it. Okay, these may not be in good order. To hell with it. Good enough. There. Go be in my way up there. So I'll get some more of those going. And, you know, they look so much better when they got the uniform holder. There. Because this, it'll get you by. Really, it will. It's not really pretty. You know, something like that. Now I gotta perfect. It's just a piece of paper. And you have the ability to make your own holder. You can't do this? Talk to Manta, because he can do that part. And if you can't do this part, what are you doing with a cell phone? Just throw it away right now. Throw it out. Because if you can't do that, then there's probably you have an extra gene or one short. What's it going to be, huh? How are your eyes really close together or really far? Do you look like a flounder looking, you know, at each side? Because that's what you got if you can't make that. Let me get this away. There we go. There, but you got to have, you know, good weights, good memorials, good everything. But I got to concentrate on explaining to people quality versus quantity, because quality is really a good way to go. A lot of people like to have a lot of coins. I got a lot of coins. I kind of like, sometimes I just dump them on the bed and just roll back and forth. It's fun. I would be interested in those. I probably will count some out tomorrow and we'll do a set of 50 different. But they're going to be mostly copper because I don't usually tend to deal much with the zinc. I just think they're an inferior coin. I like the proofs. Got no problem with the proofs. But I'm missing a couple of dates, you know, for a straight 50 run. Because they go from 59 to 81 or 82, whatever it is. There's like 51 different coins. But I got to check it and see if it does that include the small and large dates on the 60, or I'll check it. But yeah, it's good to have that. Set up your own set however you like. But it's good to have, you know, a beautiful set of at least the memorials. You know, much after 82, you can probably get pretty decent looking specimens out of pocket change, to tell you the truth. But you know, 80, you're kind of going back 38 years. They're getting a little tough to get those in BU. So, you know, I get a whole bunch of rolls at a time. You get brand new flips. You get the, you know, the standard uniform appearance. Looks good. And people snatch them up. Yeah, 25 is probably about the right price. I tend to get 29 and sometimes a little more, but we'll see. We'll see what I got to find out if I got a complete set yet. But it should be at least the coppers. How you doing, Text Toad Hearts? We're just talking and smoking and drinking and cursing. That's what we do. This is the talking and smoking and drinking and cursing support group. So if talking and texting and cursing and drinking and smoking is your thing, then by God, you're in the right place. It's tattooed hearts. Okay, baby. That must hurt. Have you noticed that AU earlier dates are showing up in rolls? Yeah, you're always going to get that. All your grandmothers, right? They've been saving their pennies for years. Yeah, but you'll have you know, you open up a box and you're going to have suddenly, what? Why are there really nice 1962 Ds in here? And they're screaming hot. Well, save them. Nope, I hate drinking. Being sober is better. There you go. We did the math on college when I was in college, and we figure I spent 15% of my entire college career smashed. We're not talking drunk. We're talking blind, stinking drunk. And then you add in the time of, you know, being actually not being conscious or becoming inebriated. It was pretty much the full-time job. I miss college. I miss my youth. Where did it go? Well, I'm all caught up on chat. Good. Yep, I remember I woke up on the roof of the security building. That's where they got the rent-a-cops for campus. I woke up on the roof. I'm thinking, These guys really worth their salt? And then I had to go find my pants. Charlie says, I've been finding some nice 60s and 70s. Hardly any wheats. Out of a box of wheats, 10 to 15 is kind of typical. Sometimes you get a little more, a couple of dozen, sometimes a little less. Youth is wasted on the wrong people. Darn right it is. Man, would it be nice to run? Remember that? Or lift heavy things. Big strong man picks up big things because he can. Yeah. Humping all day. Till you're unconscious. Yeah. It was so much more fun being young, but my car insurance is a whole lot cheaper nowadays, so come on. Bring it. Bring on the road rage. Open a jar of pickles. Now, I get them, you know, you just cut the top now. They got pickles in pouches. And you just cut the top. Just like these. Because you can't open a jar of freaking pickles. They're this big, first off. I was thinking more of the fraternizing. Yep. I was a terrific tramp when I was young. And some things never change, I guess, huh? Okay. So you get those nice shiners from the 60s. The real shiners from the 70s. Hold on to them. Really see if they are AU. Because every now and then you'll find one that is in fact uncirculated. You got to check hard. Look at his cheek, right? Look at his jaw. Look at the steps on the memorial. And, you know, try different light. Try shading it, because that little bit of shade can oftentimes change the appearance of the coin pretty dramatically. And let's see if I can make this work. Where the hell did that thing go? Watch this. You know, shade that coin, and it's going to change the details that appear. Huh? Really? Does it? Yes. Yes, it does. And sometimes you look at a coin that looks like this, right? And it's on a pocket change. And if you shade that just right, do any dark areas show up? Because that can oftentimes be an indicator of some light wear. But if they're true BU, I mean, they're screaming hot and look like this, you probably got a winner. Come out. Come out. Let's have a look here. We'll put that under the scope. What you got there? That's a 1959D. And here's a scope. There it is, 1959D. Real screaming hot one. A little bit of a clash right there by the one. There's a little bit of a spot on occasion. Now this is a pretty close-up microscope here. Yeah, but you're going to find the wear is going to be on the cheek, on the jaw, right there on the bow tie, down that leading edge of the vest. Check on that shoulder, especially shows up well here, that shoulder. You know, it's this part, right here below the seam. On the back, check the steps, because the bottom is going to show it off first and foremost. Yeah, that looks pretty good. If it's BU, should put together your own BU rules. It takes a while because you might only get a 2 or 3 real shiners from the early dates, the 60s and 70s, and a lot of times, well, they're circulated. But by God, it's worth checking them out. I'm still learning. I've learned a lot from you. Thanks, Charlie. How to use different lighting. That's a good tip. Yeah. I got one up here. I got one up there. Now, in the wintertime, I take one of these out because these are fluorescent. In the wintertime, I usually take this one out up here and put in an incandescent, because it's going to run anyway and it helps keep me warm. You know, I'm too cheap to heat the place. It costs like $100 a month to heat this place. So I'll probably, I got a wood stove I might hook up over here, but I have to drill a hole. But anyway, we'll let that. winter will take care of itself. I was thinking more fraternizing. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break and go fraternize in the reading room. I'll be back in a flash. There we go. Now, where were we? That's a good idea. Every now and then a person should take a break. All right, 14 people up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, on the West Coast, it's what, noon? What time is it out west? Yeah. Well, the comments have slowed down to a crawl. So let's get to talking, because I can't carry the whole load. Remember, Q and A. All right, let's catch up here. Wow. 1:30, 1:30. What's that mean? After an hour and a half, take a break? 4:30 a.m. Oh, all right. It's 4 freaking 30? Damn it, man. Oh, West Coast time. All right. Oh, that's right. You're both in the West. Charlie is in the East. Where are you at, Charlie? I'm down. I'm in Florida. This is where I am right here. 3:30 Central. Middle of the afternoon there. It's always the middle of the afternoon in the Central. Yep. I've actually been in Central Time. I took a couple of summers, went to astrophysics camp, believe it or not, back in high school. Yeah. we were drawing HR diagrams, you know, Hertzsprung-Russell diagrams of stars. You know, this is luminosity, right? This is absolute brightness and mass, and then you get a pattern. Baltimore. There's this one highway, I think it's 95, maybe it's 295, goes into a tunnel for like 7 or 8 miles, right, in Baltimore. Before you go in, you see like the docks. They got the big cranes there, right? And you come out, and the cranes are like way the hell over there. Anyway, the whole thing, it's tiled. It looks like a men's room down there. I keep the window rolled up just in case. They call it the Harbor Tunnel. Okay, well, I've been there. You know, just driving along. I'm not like my grandmother. I look over the steering wheel. She looks through the steering wheel. That's probably why she ran into so many people. Poor thing. They told her, you probably shouldn't drive much more. How old are you? 92. Well, there's a cemetery right next door to the courthouse. They said, geez, it barely pays you to go home. Yeah. Well, she promised not to drive in anybody else, unless they really pissed her off. You get caught in the traffic jam in there, you choke to death. Yep, they get a big plow. It's got a scoop, and they just scoop up all the cars after they choke. Yeah, the Lincoln Tunnel's like that. And the Holland Tunnel, I've never been in that one. But the Lincoln Tunnel's just it's a goddamn disgrace is what it is. Nothing short of that. The whole place smells like urine. And it's, you know, it's a freaking it's a river. What is it? Yeah, that's Hudson Side. God-awful place. Yeah, there's one in Boston now. They had the big dig. It lasted for like 15 years. They put a new bridge in, that Jackovitz, whatever the heck it is, bridge. And they got a couple of new tunnels in there. And over the tunnels, I mean, they got freaking 30-story buildings on top of the tunnels. What? Real estate? Why not just cover all the highways with road and dirt and, you know, seal it up with concrete? You can build, you know, you'll get $50 million for the freaking properties. It'll pay for the highway. This Cindy. How are you, dear? Yep. Cindy, I got your wheats, and they're going to be going out, but I want to get some boxes. I got to pick up some boxes to put the pennies into so I can ship them out. That'll work just fine that way. We'll get there. You have them in no time. You'll probably have the stuff by Monday, which is, you know, typical. Okay, what is this? There's a 70D here. 70S. Which I'm sure is this one. No, there it is. What's this? It's an 81D. Where's the holder for an 81D? Did I destroy it? Huh. This is how it happens. And I grab them up, and I grab whatever empty holders around, and just get it out of my road and stick it in the holder. 73S. Well, there's 73S somewhere too. What are these? Let's find out what these are. They're shiny. Let's go. Oh, they're 81s. Okay, 80. That's where I am. That's where I am in putting together the sets. I'm up to the 80s. There's Cameron. Well, it's about time you showed up. We've been talking for 2 hours waiting for you to get here. Yeah, we're talking coins. So you guys gonna show us your stuff? Oh, let's see. What's in? Pick a box. Pick a number between 1 and 20. Let's see what the hell's in that box. Let's look what's in this one. All right, start at the back. Start at the front or start at the back? What do you like better? Here is a 1977S. Give me... Am I out of... Let's look, I'm out of cards already. Time to clear the cards. There it is. It's out. Okay. This is a unlisted double die on a 77S. Clad proof. Wonderful cameo. You can have a look here. There it is, 77S. But I picked up a bunch of these, and I think every darn one of them went. So, geez, if they're going that good and easy and quick and simple, I got to get more. 77S, and we got some doubling on In God We Trust. Now, I'll be able to show that in a bit. And the bottom of Russ. That's the bottom of Russ. There, you can just see it here. Okay, but it's not listed anywhere. It's not a match. Is it a master hub? I don't know. So for now, I just have it as unlisted. Okay, In God We. We're looking at the bottoms. Okay, it shows up best on Trust. Here in the bottom of the T, bottom of the R. See the little, oh, the diagonal? If I put a little shade on that, you can see a separation line. Same on the bottom of Trust. If I put a little shade on there, you see a line. Now it's not MD because that's not a flat shelf. That's, you know, right up there with the normal design. And this one, I guess, is already showing pretty good. Yeah, and it kind of peters out by the time you get in here, but that's towards the center anyway. And that's, you know, kind of normal on this. Let's see if we can see anything up here. Put some shade on that G. Barely. Yeah, but you can find these double dies. Two schools of thought. One school of thought is, you know, sort your pennies or sort your coins by date. So you can go through and you know what to look for, because you can check, you know, Wexler or what's that book, the Cherry Picker's Guide, and you can find out what to look for on those certain dates. Another school of thought is don't do that. You know, just learn the design, and then you can go through each coin and pick out what's out of place. Okay, well, it depends on you and the way you learn and stuff. My idea, what I offer people is, you know, sort your coins so you can go by date, and you can use that to learn how to find the double dies, learn what to look for, because a lot of times the double dies on one date are similar to the double dies in the next date. They mostly, from year to year, had the same production practices. Very rarely did they have a leap in the technology which changed the way these things, but they, you know, they were out there. 1989, they punched mint marks by hand. 1990, they didn't. Okay. 1993, they hubbed them twice. By 1995, single squeeze era was well underway. Okay, so now there should be no double dies, but they're still out there. The way the dies would fit in machines would change. Of course, the machines would wear down, right? So they, you know, you get more and more double dies each year, and then you get a year with no double dies, and then after that they change because they retooled their equipment. You know, it's all worn down on one side, so you get one particular type of double die that stands out, one particular class. They retool it, and then a different class becomes a dominant variety. But you'll find that. But you know, if you want to sort your coins and look for known varieties, yeah, great way to learn. Wonderful way to learn, I say. And once you get going, well, geez, you'll figure out what to keep, what not to. And the back on that is wonderful and normal. That is, let's look at the bird. We got to check that, by the way. Okay, not friendly bird. I got to get it. Well, oh, it's a 77. Okay, that explains a lot. That would be an unfriendly bird. Okay, what's next? 1971D, double die obverse. Get in the box. Number 7. Rob's here. That's Eagle Eye Coin Hunter. He's got a 4-year-old. He's got a Nissan Double die obverse. Let's find it. Is that right? Number 7. Okay, let's see if we can find it. Are we on the obverse? Yes. Now I'm looking at the serifs. I'm looking for splits in those serifs. Let's get a little closer. 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 That's probably as accurate as I'm going to get this time of night. My eyes are shut. Okay, I want to see splits on serifs. I'm not seeing it yet. So I bet you it's going to be an In God We Trust. Alright. You guys can't be here. I got 37 cents right here. And, you know, I take them off. I'll get to them. And then they just pile up. And then I can't move this card around because there's too damn many pennies in the way. Okay, In God We Trust. The bottom of the eye. Get a slight split there. In God. Okay, the top of the U on the right side. There's a little tiny split. Let's get some more magnification on that. Yep, there it is. Let's see if we can pick that out. Can you pick that out? If you can pick it out, type 1. If you can't pick it out, type 2. You're looking at some extra metal on the upper right serif of the U. Okay, that's about as exciting as that one gets. But it's a die variety. You gotta hunt them down. What is the W showing it? Not so much on the W. All right. That's probably about it. Where'd the other date go? 71. That looks pretty normal on that one. In top of the eye. And the bottom left of the eye has a little notch in it. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. That's not it. There it is. Okay, see the lower part of the U, and then it comes up, and you get just a little dip in the top of that. The eye's pretty close here. Where's the B? Give me a B. It looks like something hit the bottom of that B. Bottom serif. Alright, look, I'm fading fast, guys. I'm out of coffee. I'm out of smokes. I've been up all day. I think it's time for me to hit the sack for a while. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This is the R. R looks straight up. Let's see what we see in that. Oh, we missed one. T, please. That looks normal. Y has a good normal looking Y. Okay, so it's a very light spread here. Very, very tight. We find it on the top of the U. Maybe on the right side of the T. Yeah. So that would be a 71D double line number 7. Some of these are really slight. Good show and great info, Ken. Good night, everyone. Thanks, Kyle. You should have your stuff tomorrow. Charlie, you take it easy, too. Oh, split on the bottom of the one. I'm going to take your word for it. Yep. I've been on 2.5. It's 5 o'clock in the early morning here. I have this much coffee left. What am I supposed to do? There, now I can go to the bathroom in 3 hours and get up. Guys, I want to thank you for hanging out, tuning in. I'm going to turn on and drop out. Thanks for keeping me company. There you go. We'll do it again sometime. And stay groovy.